Welcome back to the King's Corner, the place for all things Bethesda. I am the KingFanMan with another Fallout 76 tips video. And if you love Fallout and you're not a subscriber yet to the KingFanMan channel, why not? We talk about Fallout all the time on this channel. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell as well, so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. I am always getting asked about what are my favorite perk cards. Well, to tell the truth, the perk cards are one of the most important things in Fallout 76. Really, it can help you more than the kinds of weapons or armor you choose, even more than the mutations. It can cause your character to be extremely strong or weak based on the kind of perk cards you choose. So today we're going to cut right to the chase and look at the 7 most powerful perk cards in Fallout 76. Let me preface this with one thing. These are going to be attack perk cards, not defensive perk cards. There are some great defensive perk cards that are very powerful, like White Knight or Ironclad. Now, both of these perk cards are very, very strong and will protect your character. And we may have another video looking into these defensive perk cards. But today we are looking at the 7 most powerful attack perk cards. These are going to make your character much stronger while you attack enemies. So with that said, let's jump right in. The first one on our list is one of my favorites. It's called Tank Killer. It comes from the Perception category and it begins at level 30. And you can level it up 3 times. And when you do, it becomes very, very powerful. Now, Tank Killer does 2 things. Number 1, it reduces the physical damage resistance of your target. And number 2, it adds a chance for you to stagger the target, which comes in very, very handy, especially against those ghouls when they come running at you. Or maybe even that sheep squatch you saw at the beginning when he comes running at you. However, it does not change the target's energy, radiation, or poison resistance. Now, here's how it breaks down. On level 1, your rifles ignore 12% of your enemy's armor, and you have a 3% chance to stagger. On level 2, your rifles ignore 24% of your enemy's armor, and you have a 6% chance to stagger. And on the 3rd level up, your rifles ignore 36% of armor, and that's huge, by the way. And then you have a 9% chance to stagger. So this is a very powerful perk card, especially if you use it in connection to some of the others we're going to see in just a minute. Now, one thing please notice, it will only work with rifles. We're going to see one in just a little bit that will only work with shotguns. So please watch that with perk cards. Some of them are very specific to certain types of weapons, but this one is so very powerful if you are a rifle build. Let me just add, I can see an instant difference when I add this perk card to my character. The next one on our list also comes from the Perception category, which shows why I'm a perception heavy character. It starts at level 2, so you can get this one very early. It's called Concentrated Fire, and if you love VATS, you're going to definitely want this card. And it is so powerful when it's used right. And it does some amazing things, a lot of amazing things. First, let me take you back to Fallout 4. If you remember, the perk in Fallout 4, Concentrated Fire, allowed you to specifically target your enemy's body parts. You could take out the legs of your enemies to cripple them. Well, you can do the same thing in Fallout 76. You can take headshots, arm shots, leg shots with Concentrated Fire. But it does so much more in Fallout 76, because each successive time you target the same body part in VATS, not only does your hit chance accuracy go up, also the damage goes up. So, every time you aim at the head of your opponent, your hit chance goes up and the damage goes up. So, if you level this one up to 3 stars, you've got some great accuracy in VATS and some extreme damage as well. Here's how the card levels up. On level 1, it gives you a 10% accuracy and damage boost. On level 2, it gives you a 15% damage and accuracy boost. And on level 3, it gives you a 20% damage and accuracy boost. Think about every time you pull the trigger, your accuracy and your damage goes up by 20% just with this one perk card. Now that is a powerful perk card. Give it a try. If you use VATS, you will thank me. Number 3 on our list comes from the Charisma category, believe it or not, and it is called the Tenderizer. And it comes in at level 46. And it, just like the others, has 3 levels that you can level it up. Now, when you first look at this card, you may not think it's very powerful. The card reads, make your target receive 5% more damage for 5 seconds after your attack. Now, the 3 levels are as follows, and they don't even sound very good either, but I'll try to explain how this is a very powerful card. The second level, you make your target receive 6% more damage for 7 seconds, and the third level is you make your target receive 7% more damage for 10 seconds. So it's not that much higher as you level the card up. So why is this in our 7 most powerful perk cards in Fallout 76? Again, this card is kind of hard to explain why it is so powerful, but I want you to think about it. This 5% on the first level of this card is not a one-time damage. This 5% lasts throughout that whole 5 seconds. So it's almost like your enemy is getting that 5% damage over and over and over again each of those seconds. It's almost like it is getting 25% of damage because it is lasting for 5 seconds. And notice also, it's not just 5% damage, it's 5% more damage of what you've already dealt your enemy. So again, it's very hard to explain, but trust me, added to what you are dealing to your enemies, this becomes a very powerful perk card. It is almost like a flame that is constantly going and dealing damage to your enemy after the bullets have ceased firing. The damage continues to drain your enemy. And if you level it up, like I said, it lasts for 10 whole seconds, which is a long time in battle. Just think about 10 seconds. And it does 7% more. Now, compound 7 and 10, now it doesn't work exactly, but that's almost 70% more damage. More damage. That is a mighty powerful perk card. That's why it makes my list of one of the 7 most powerful perk cards in Fallout 76. You give it a try and see if it doesn't make a difference with your character. Number 4 on our list comes from the Agility category and is called Adrenaline. And you can get it starting at level number 49, and it actually levels up 5 times. And again, this is a super powerful perk card. Now, unlike the consecutive fire perk card that we covered earlier that actually increases in damage after each shot, this one increases in damage after each consecutive kill. Now, let me tell you why this card made our list and how it gets so powerful so quick. Just on level 1, you get plus 6% damage after each kill, and that lasts for 30 seconds. So after your first kill, you get plus 6. If you kill 2 enemies, you get plus 12. You kill 3 enemies, you get plus 18. That goes to a maximum of 36% damage. That is just rank 1. Very quickly, let me go through all 5 ranks. Rank 2, you get plus 7% damage, and that goes to a max of 42%. Now remember, all of these last for 30 seconds after each kill, and the duration refreshes with each kill. So, and by the way, 30 seconds is an eternity in a battle. Rank number 3, you gain plus 8% after each kill, and it maxes out at 48% damage. Rank 4, plus 9% damage at a max of 54% damage. And finally, rank 5, you get plus 10% damage after each kill with a max of 60% damage. And again, that damage keeps compounding after each kill, lasting for 30 seconds. This is one of the most powerful perk cards, absolutely, in the game. Of course, that's why it made our list, but it's actually one of the most powerful perk cards in this list. Number 5 on our list comes from agility as well. It is the Enforcer, and you can get it starting level number 30, and it's for you shotgunners out there. And this one has that stagger chance again, as we talked about with Tank Killer, which is great for ghouls and the larger enemies like the Sheep Squatch. It has 3 level ups, and it does 2 things. Not only does it give you a chance to stagger, but it also gives you a chance to cripple a limb. Now on level 1, it gives you a 5% chance to stagger and a 10% chance to cripple a limb. On level 2, gives you a 10% chance to stagger and a 20% chance to cripple a limb. And on level 3, it gives you a 15% chance to stagger and a 30% chance to cripple a limb. This perk works wonders also with enemies like anglers and gulpers. Give this one a try if you have trouble with enemies like that and you use shotguns. You will love this one. This one above all else is about giving yourself more time to kill the enemy. Number 6 on our list comes from the luck category and is called the Torminator. You can get it starting at level number 37. Now this is very similar to the Enforcer, however it's not as strong as the Enforcer, but it is for a rifle instead of a shotgun. The reason it's not as strong, it only has one of the effects. It only has the crippling limb effect. But if you will use this perk card with the Tank Killer, which was also a rifle perk card, it can be a very powerful combination. Now, it also has 3 level ups, and here they are. Number 1, it gives you a 5% chance of crippling a limb. Number 2, it gives you a 10% chance to cripple a limb. And number 3, it will give you a 15% chance to cripple a limb. Now, again, the main use of this perk card is to slow down your enemy. It's what you see when I started the video, where that Sheep Squatch just kept falling down and falling down and falling down. That's exactly what this will do. It will cripple your enemies. So if you use a rifle, use the Torminator. If you use a shotgun, use the Enforcer. That's why I wanted to use both of these perk cards in this list, even though the Enforcer is definitely the stronger of the 2 perk cards. The last one on our list is a fan favorite. It comes from the luck category as well. You can get it starting at level number 42, and it is called Bloody Mess. It has 3 level ups. It does the basics. It gives you 5% extra bonus on level 1, 10% extra bonus on level 2, and 15% extra bonus on level 3. But of course, what it does above and beyond that, it gives you those beautiful glory kills where it explodes your enemies. But better than that, and what most people don't know, is when it does that beautiful explosion, it gives you the chance to kill 2 enemies or more in one shot. So not only do you get the bonus damage, you get the chance to kill 2 enemies in one. And by the way, that happens a lot more often than you would think, making this a very, very powerful perk card. Now, before we end, I know someone's going to ask in the comments, how many of these bonus damages stack on top of one another. You've given all of these percentage of damages, how many of these stack? And I have actually looked into that, and many of them do stack on top of one another, and you can use these perk cards with each other, and they do stack. Sometimes, however, they will actually cut down the percentage a little bit of both, so that you would need to be a major mathematician to figure out the percentages, but it would still give you much more damage using both perk cards than just one of the perk cards. I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and hang around because my subscribers' favorite Fallout 76 picks are about to be featured right now at the end of this video. And if you want your Fallout 76 picks featured, all you have to do is put a hashtag KingFanMan when you post them on social media. That's it, and I can find them and I'll feature them in my next video. Be sure also to check my other links down below. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and also check out my Patreon page. There's a lot of free posts over there you can check out, and consider becoming a partner with me on my Patreon page. I love my Patreons. Thank you to everyone that supports me over there. You're the reason I'm on YouTube. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.